quote that was in the New York Times article where you said, you know, they're just, these mountains are just rocks.
They are. What are they to you?
Have a lot of people asked you about it?
Yeah. And I told them exactly what I told you. And it is a statement, and to me, that's a true statement. That's my feeling. And me as a 13th, 16th enrolled member of this tribe, Blackfeet, I got no other in me. And remember we talked about Christianity and everything? And I am not going to go pray to an old rock. I'm not going to pray to an old mountain. And 1980, I worked for I'll try to put a story to this so maybe you can get an understanding of it and my feelings on it. Is 1980, I was a physical science technician for the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and my job was to go out there and look at where these guys were going to lease at. And this was an important well, and it was behind St. Mary's Lake, right next to the mountain front, right next to Glacier National Park, and they were going to drill it there. Mm-hmm. And so I went before the Blackfeet Tribal Business Council, and I told them this is an important well. It could open up a whole bunch of things for our entire tribe and change the economics of it. But one of the most important things is the cultural part of it, and I want to. I want these certain people. I said, at least I want this one person. They said who it was, and I won't give you his name, but he was born in 1900, and it was 1980, so he was 80 years old. And I said, I want him. He lives close to the area, and he's lived that life, and I wanted what I feel is the most true thing about our Indian culture and our beliefs. And they said, oh, that's a good guy. Yeah, we'll go with him. And so we went out to this area. In fact, I'll show you where it's at. Here's St. Mary's Lake right here. And that well was drilled right back here. Here's so-called Chief Mountain right up here.
Why do you say so-called? Because that's what it's called, or?
Yeah. they all talk about it, it's sacred and everything else, but it's just a big rock.
You don't believe that there's any significance to Chief Mountain?
No, it's a big rock. That's kind of square shaped. It's kind of a weird shape thing, but that's all it means to me. But we come over and so I asked him, well, what is these mountains to our tribe and everything? What significance they have to us, what's to our religion and everything? He looked at them. They're big rocks. He says, that's all they are, is big rocks. He said, they didn't do anything to our religion. That site doesn't mean anything. And this medicine lodge, he said, it doesn't become a structure or anything. He said, it just falls back, gone, goes back to nature. It's gone. And then I told him, well, what about these sweats? So-called purification of yourself. And he said, again, you and him.
In the sweats, don't they use the rocks?
Okay. See these saunas? I've seen these guys bring. It's just the mode of heat. That's all it is.
Mm. You don't believe that there's any significance to the rocks?
No. You see this? Here's another form of heat. The technology brings it, and if I put anything metal or anything there, I could heat it, and I'd pour water on it, and it would form steam.
Did you ever go to a sweat lodge?
Oh yeah.
And did you feel any spiritual?
Nah.
I have to ask you this question. Someone told me that they had a lease man or a landman go to them, and that the landman didn't say that they were going to frack. They just said, we want to drill on your land, we want to lease it, but they didn't explain it.
Did they ask?
How would they know?
How do you know things? Okay, now everybody drops in on fracking. It's a new word that kind of came out into the newspaper, and they seen I don't know, some clip back in New York and everything saying they're destroying the environment. They're polluting the water. They're doing everything bad to the environment. Fracking kind of has been around a long time, and I, in my heart, feel that it's safe. But that's my right. I don't think people should enforce their thoughts onto me. You think that Indians aren't concerned about that? Where is the best lands that work with the environment? Not in New York.
Mm-mm.
Not in California.
But you're not concerned
on Indian reservations. Yes, we're concerned there. I turn around and look at the poverty of the Indian reservation and everything, and that's just one way that maybe the poverty can be changed and everything, and the economics might change and everything. But I also say it's our right. We say yes or no. I don't think the outside world should come out here and dictating to us what we should do with our properties. They have all these resource areas to go to. If they don't understand it, they're not forced to sign, and they can go ask questions and people will give them answers.